thank the gentlelady, the chairwoman from the Budget Committee, and I thank her for the great work she's done. Mr. Chairman, I rise today in support of the Building a Better America budget. Last month, our country's national debt exceeded $20 trillion. Interest payments on the debt alone are scheduled to go up to $768 billion per year and will skyrocket to $1 trillion should these artificially low interest rates return to their normal levels. The debt not only threatens to bankrupt our country, it threatens our children's future and the American dream. Now, we can't change the culture of spending in Washington overnight, but this budget puts us on the right path to fiscal sustainability. Our budget balances in 10 years, works to begin paying down the debt, and promotes job growth, like tax and regulatory and entitlement reform. For the first time in decades, this budget resolution finally directs Congress to address mandatory spending, the main driver of these deficits. As this graph shows, if nothing is done to address entitlement programs and our interest payments, mandatory spending will fully eclipse the federal budget in the next few years. Now, politicians in Washington have promised to address exploding debt and deficits for years, but now we have the opportunity to actually do it. We cannot solve our debt crisis, however, without economic growth. And that is why our budget provides reconciliation instructions for tax reform. Today, we have a tax code that is overly complicated, punishes work, rewards special interest, and discourages job creation and investments here in America. The result has been an anemic recovery of only 1 or 2%. This stagnation has made it harder for families in Minnesota and all over the United States to realize the American dream. That's what this is about. Every time tax reform has been tried, in the 20s, in the 60s, in the 80s, it has worked to make America globally competitive by encouraging private sector investment that is more productive. That's why today I urge my colleagues to support this budget, tax reform, economic growth, and fiscal sanity. Thank you, and I yield back.
The gentleman yields back.